Ovvjament dan għadu bidu li għaddit u speċjat l-esperienza tal-Eurovision Song Contest mhuwiex it-tmiem tal-karriera tiegħi mużikali, ovvjament. Qed nistenna li jkolli sajf mimli mużika, kif ovvjament jgħaddi s-sajf se nibda wkoll naħdem fuq xi kanzunetti ġodda biex ovvjament nirlisjaw kanzunetti għas-sena għas-snin li ġejjin. Hija mhix faċli li tgħaddi minn dik l-esperjenza, però ħdimna ħafna, it-tim kollu, kif ukoll jiena, tlejna fuq dak il-park, tajna prestazzjoni tajba u nħoss li ma stajniex nagħmlu aktar milli għamilna, però madankollu nixtieq nirringrazzja lin-nies kollha, lil-Maltin Lawċin kollha, fuq il-barranin kollha li tawni s-sapport tagħhom. Nirringrazzjahom u I hope li għamilthom Wurini li jena rappresentajt il-pajizi, l-Malta, ovvjament jibqaw hemmhekk, ovvjament għax aħna qegħdin nagħmlu din hija wkoll responsabilità kbira li ħadd f'idejja biex ovvjament nitkellmu fuq il-tabu tal-saħħa mentali u l-ħidma tiegħi mhux se tieqafgħu.
Fadi Hanania, acting head of the Palestinian Embassy here in Malta, first of all, thanks for welcoming us. This week, you commemorated Nakba, what you call the Palestinian catastrophe. What exactly is Nakba and why it is important, and the fact that you commemorate this event every year, why is it important?
First of all, thank you for being here and for covering our latest events that's happening in Malta. Nakba is for us 70 years of dispossession of our people from their homeland. We commemorated in anger, we commemorated in fear, because 70 years ago our people were expelled from their hometowns and about 700,000 of them were forced to live in diaspora. Now these people amount over 7 million Palestinians who are living without home. They're living in diaspora. Some are scattered in refugee camps in Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, even inside Palestine 1967 borders, but the majority of them actually stayed outside and they don't have any right to return back to their homes. During the Nakba, we had mass massacres against our people. What happened in Deir Yassin in April 1948, people were actually killed in the center of the cities while they were trying to flee from their home. This was the beginning of Nakba. After that, more than 530 villages and towns were destroyed. About 13,000 Palestinians were killed during that time. And we are still living the tragedy of Nakba today with 7 million refugees scattered all around the world, still carrying their home keys for their hope to return to their hometown.
On behalf of the 45th President of the United States of America, we welcome you officially and for the first time to the Embassy of the United States here in Jerusalem, the capital of Israel. Thank you.
Today we officially open the United States Embassy in Jerusalem. Congratulations. It's been a long time coming. This city and its entire nation is a testament to the unbreakable spirit of the Jewish people. The United States will always be a great friend of Israel and a partner in the cause of freedom and peace.
What do you think should be done about this issue by the international community? The fact that now the US opened the embassy and, as you said, declared Jerusalem as the capital city of Israel. You have a picture here of Jerusalem, you gave us a souvenir of Jerusalem. For you, Jerusalem is important.
Not only for Palestinians, Jerusalem is important. Jerusalem is important for the Muslim world, for the Christian world, and even for the Jewish world. It's a city of faith, it's a city of peace. We believe that Jerusalem should be an open city for all religions. And for anyone who wants to go and practice their faith, they should be allowed to go there. You know, for Palestinians, we need a special permit in order to go to Jerusalem. Even to our historic Palestine, we need permit from the Israelis in order to move there. So for us, Jerusalem is not just about a city. It's about the core of our conflict. Jerusalem and the refugees are actually the main problem with the Palestinian-Israeli conflict. If there is a solution for Jerusalem and for the Palestinian refugees who were expelled during the Nakba, I think our conflict will be much easier to deal with. So we're expecting more attention from the international community to end the suffering of our people. You know, our problem has been going for over 100 years, if not more, since the Balfour Declaration. And the 70 years of suffering and aggression against our people should end. We are expecting the international community to work with us much more now to end the suffering of our people and to bring stability to the region. Because we still believe that ending the Palestinian-Israeli conflict will bring stability to the region and will bring peace and security within the Middle East.
In fact, I was going to ask you about the way of life in Gaza under the Israeli blockade. Maybe you already touched upon this. Can you continue to elaborate on this issue?
Well, definitely. Gaza is like this today. It's the size of Malta again, with 2 million people.
Gaza.
Gaza Strip, the whole strip, which is bordering Egypt and Israel. Israel, since 2006, had adopted the policy of having a siege on Gaza people. Since then, they had fought 3 wars against Gaza. In these wars, more than 2,000 Palestinians were murdered. And people in Gaza are really living in frustration. They do not have access to the outward. They do not have seaport. They do not have the airport. We had an airport in Gaza that was destroyed by Israelis in the Second Intifada. So their only way to the outside world is blocked by the siege. And they're not allowed to enter a lot of daily needs, actually. They have a limit of list of material that they're not allowed to enter to Gaza. On the other hand, actually, they started the right of return safe non-violent demonstrations last month, actually, in March 30. And since then, Israel had killed over 120 Palestinians who are actually living inside Gaza, and there's a buffer zone between Gaza and Israel. And these people can't reach that buffer zone, and they're still killing them. Last week, when they were demonstrating against the US administration decision to move the embassy to Jerusalem, Israel killed 60 of our brothers in Gaza.
If I had to ask you, how do you look at the way the international community reacts to the problems that Palestinians face every day? How would you answer?
The international community has put too much effort into the Palestinian-Israeli conflict. And in the 90s, there was huge efforts to stop the violence against our people and to stop the conflict. You know, in 1993, we had the peace process with Israel, which was summed up in 1995 in the creation of the Palestinian National Authority with the help of the Europeans, the Americans, Russia, China. Of course, the whole world was looking to end the Palestinian suffering and to have some authority that should have ended in an independent state by 5 years. Unfortunately, after the year 2000, the suffering came back because the peace process did not commit to what it was supposed to have a Palestinian independent state. So we had another uprising, and we tried to show the world that we are still looking for our freedom. Today, the international community are trying, but unfortunately, the American decision to move the embassy to Tel Aviv has actually put our people down, because we have been relying and negotiating with the help of the Americans and the Europeans, of course, but the Americans were mostly into the details with the Israelis for over 25 years. And now for them to take the step and move the embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem is like realizing that Jerusalem is the capital of Israel, and this problem is out of the table. For us, Jerusalem has always been and will always be the key issue to our struggle. Jerusalem, as you know, is the city of faith for all religions, for Christians, for Muslims, and for Jews. For us, how we view it is that Jerusalem should be the capital of East Jerusalem, should be the capital of the independent state of Palestine, and it will be open for all religious peoples to come and practice their religion in Palestine. You know, Jerusalem is confirmed as occupied territory of 1967 by UN resolutions 242, 338, and the international community has always recognized that Jerusalem should be the capital of both cities, with East Jerusalem being the capital of the Palestinian state.
Rispett u dinjità li jixirqilha il-ħajja ta' kull wieħed u waħda minna. Aħna ma nemnux illi t-tarbija fil-ġuf hija tmien ċelloli biss. Aħna nemnu li t-tarbija fil-ġuf hija tarbija fil-ġuf. Tilabux bil-kliem, mhumiex ċelloli ifriżati, mhumiex ċelloli biss, mhumiex xi ħaġa li tridu tagħmluha mhux umana. It-tarbija fil-ġuf hija waħda minna illi għandha leħen bħala u ħankunu aħna li nitkellmu għaliha.
Il-liġi li qed nipproponu, l-emendi li qed nipproponu, ħansalvaw aktar embrjuni mill-liġi tal-lum. Il-liġi tal-lum tgħidlek, jekk inti l-ewwel ċiklu tiġbor kemm tista' bajt, tiffertilizza tnejn biss, u l-oħrajn il-bajt tifriżhom. U mbagħad fiċ-ċiklu ta' wara taqbad il-bajt ifriżat, tneħħihom il-friża, tiffertilizza dawk il-bajt bl-embrjun u l-embrjuni li jkollok tpoġġihom fl-hom. 88% ta' dawk l-embrjuni jintilfu. Il-liġi tal-lum 88% tal-embrjuni jintilfu, ġifieri jintilfu mhux jintilfu fit-triq, jitpoġġew fl-hom u ma ssirx itqala. Bil-liġi li qed nipproponu aħna, ġifieri li tifriża l-embrjun.
Meta jintilfu li huma ma jiżviluppawx aktar.
Ma jiżviluppawx. Bil-liġi li qed nipproponu llum li tifriża l-embrjun u mbagħad tneħħih, qed ngħidu li ħajkollok 25 li jsalvaw, ġifieri id-doppju ta' dak li hemm illum. Ħanitilfu bin-nofs tal-embrjun li qed nitilfu llum. Ġifieri dik hija xi ħaġa favur l-embrjun.
U kien hemm id-deċiżjoni li d-deċiżjoni tal-Bord taċ-Ċensura tal-2012 kienet waħda ħażina mill-bidu sal-aħħar. Il-kummenti tiegħek fuq da?
Naħseb illi aħna konna konsistenti ħafna li dak li kien ħażin fl-2012 baqa' ħażin fis-snin ta' wara. U jekk wieħed irid jiftakar, meta għamilna pakkett ta' emendi biex nagħtu l-ikbar libertà tal-espressjoni artistika, kien hemm min fl-oppożizzjoni qal li konna qed nagħmlu ksuħat. Pereżempju, niftakar il-kap tal-oppożizzjoni dak iż-żmien qal x'jiġifieri artist jista' jivvilifika r-reliġjon pereżempju. Jekk inti qed tagħmel play u l-artist iħoss li f'dik il-play hemm attur li għandu jieħu linja li jikkritika bl-ikbar mod anke r-reliġjon għaliex le. Mela aħna pajjiż li nibżgħu mill-libertà tal-espressjoni. U naħseb li dar-riforma li għamilna hija b'saħħitha ħafna, in-nies jafu dak li ġara fl-2012 there is no way jinħel li ħaġa jiġri issa u mhux se jiġri sakemm aħna nkunu fil-gvern żgur. Għaliex din hija bidla radikali minn kif kienu jsiru l-affarijiet qabel u kif qed isiru l-affarijiet illum.
Ġie mweġġa jidher f'inċident ta' hit and run, pożizzjoni tiegħu ma nafx hekk ħarġet s'issa, qiegħed fl-ITU sakemm dħalt hawnhekk ma ċċekkjax il-pożizzjoni bħalissa, il-ferita hija waħda gravi, nittama li m'hemmx periklu ulterjuri għalih. Ringrazzja l-pulizija li qabdu jidher il-persuna li allegatament kommettiet dan dan il-fatt gravissimu ma issa nħallu fidejn il-ġustizzja biex tirregola dak l-affarijiet li rrid żgur huwa li nesprimi solidarjetà sħiħa tiegħi lejn l-uffiċjal li ġieli kien skorta miegħi u għalhekk nafu personalment ukoll u x-xokk tiegħi u naħseb ta' ħafna nies għall-inċident illi ġara.
Plana partikolarment jirriżulta mill-fatt li l-binja hija sproporzjonalment kbira għal-żona li hija maħsuba li tilqa' lil din il-binja, bażikament hija mdawra b'residenzi kif tistgħu taraw hawnhekk, ovvjament li għal snin twal kienet id-dar ta' ħafna nies li investew ħafna fi proprjetajiet tagħhom u ovvjament ma kellhomx idea li ser ikunu qegħdin din is-sitwazzjoni affaċċjaw binja ta' massività bħal dik li qiegħda tiġi propost u ovvjament ma kinux jafu ser ikunu qegħdin jħabtu wiċċhom magħhom ftit iktar il qudiem. Bażikament aħna bħala Kunsill Lokali l-irwol tagħna huwa li nippjanaw il-lokalità li nfasslu l-lokalità u nieħdu deċiżjonijiet fl-interess tal-lokalità. Ma naħsbux li llum l-infrastruttura tifraħ dik it-tip.
Ħaġa li qed tinkwitana hija waqt l-iżvilupp innifsu biss hemm proponut li jitneħħew 300,000 tunnellata ta' tqattih tal-blat. Jekk ikollok tieħu 10 tunnellati kull trakk, da jfisser 30,000 trakk iridu joħorġu mit-triq minn ġo Pembroke f'inqas minn xahar. Jiġifieri, il-bieraħ għax kienaw il-bajja kienu qed jirrenġaw jilagħbu bir-ramel, kienaw gridlock ta' satej. Issa immaġina dak kuljum.
Isru xtaqnu komment żgħir minn għandek ftit ilu ir-residenti ta' Pembroke inkluż il-Kunsilliera Laburista protestaw il-żvilupp tad-dibi fuq is-sit tal-ITS. Taqbel ma dal-iżvilupp int?
Jien ngħid li n-nies ta' Pembroke u l-Kunsill anke tkellimt mas-sindku personalment għandu mhux biss id-dritt imma d-dover li jisma' r-residenti, li jirrappreżenta ħsibijiet tar-residenti. Jien naħseb mhux kwistjoni li tkun favur jew kontra, kwistjoni li l-iżvilupp jsir b'mod sensibbli. Il-sitwazzjoni ta' kif inhi l-ITS illum hemm potenzjal kbir. Nemmen li jista' jkun hemm kompromess tajjeb dwar kif jista' jsir żvilupp mod sensibbli li jirrispetta n-neighborhood u iva nerġa' ngħid tkellimt u kellimni s-sindku, kellmuni l-kunsilliera u jien naqbel il-kunsilliera u s-sindku nkunu qegħdin hemmhekk biex jirrappreżentaw ħsibijiet tal-residenti li eleġuha.
Però l-gvern diġà firma kontratt ta' trasferiment tal-art, allura jidher li għandu interess fil ħaġa, ma taħsibx li missura l-impatt fuq il-residenti qabel ma dan?
L-impatt fuq ir-residenti wieħed jarah fis-sens li hemm żvilupp, hemm proċess tal-planning, aħna illi naqblu li jsir proġett. Il-kwistjoni tal-planning hija issa f'idejn il-Planning Authority li tiddeċiedi f'dan ir-rigward u hemm studji kollha li jsiru f'dan ir-rigward.